Are we on right now? Oh, well, good evening, everyone. And it is Sunday at 7 p.m. You know what that means. It is time for Wireless Pass, where we watch the Jax boys take on a new team every week. And this week is Tensor. They are a VRML team. Phenom is the captain, and Phenom is also a member, an active member of Barely. So this is going to be a good matchup tonight. Excited to watch them play. And with me tonight, I have Matt Miko as my co-caster. Welcome, Matt Miko.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
It's my pleasure.
Glad I could be here tonight. The exciting two teams, like you said. Ready to see Phenom lose. Can't wait.
Hey, let's go. Here at Veritas Media, we are not afraid to be partial to the Jax boys. So, sorry,
I'm being paid
Phenom.
to side with the Wireless Jax. I just like to be upfront that I am being paid.
That's right. Yes, with all the clout. Yeah.
Wait, what?
With all the clout.
That was a joke? I thought my payment was actually going to go through.
I'll have my people call your people. EJP, are we ready for the Jax boys to ready up? Awesome. All right, so we're just waiting for them to ready up, and then we will go ahead and start round one. Matt Miko.
Yes.
In all seriousness, you feel like Jax are going to take it?
I feel like Phenom, if I'm not mistaken, this is his new team coming into this season. Yep. It says on their VRML page that the number one bronzies in NA. But they're going to still be finding themselves a little bit. A lot of the other guys with Gil and Will and Blitz, they've been playing together a little bit. So
yeah,
we definitely have a little bit of advantage to maybe a newer team. So I do think we'll see that. Maybe in the beginning rounds, I think we'll definitely see Wireless Jax really dominating play, and then maybe a little bit later on when Tensor starts to just settle in a little bit, maybe then the games will stay a little closer.
Yeah, that is I think that's pretty accurate. What are you calling for Joust and first possession?
I'm going to say Joust is going to go to blue, and Akami's going to get it.
Let's go. All right, well, you had the first Joust correct, and it looks like will.i.am picks up the disc and sends it over to Blitz at the end, or Akami, I'm sorry, Akami, who shoots it in from shoulder for 2 points for the Jax right out the bat.
Yeah, real quick play there, right off Joust. Bing, bang, boom, right in the goal. And like I said, there's going to be some settling in time here for Tensor, and let's see how they go with the first possession here for them.
All right, we've got Tensor launching with Phenom with the disc, sends it over to James in tunnel. James holds it up for a second just to see what his options are. Pump fakes over to a pass to ceiling where Voodoo is. Goes to send a pass towards Pack, however, it hits off the Geo. Phenom picks it back up and sends it cross ghost over to James, who approaches goal and makes it in for makes it in for their first 2 points. I apologize for Tensor.
Great passing play there from Tensor. And then James with a nice top pockets. Threw it in nice and slow, beats the goalie, and tie game here. Out will come will.i.am. He'll pick up the disc. Finds Blitz. Blitz to Gil. Gil tries to get the pass to Akami. Misses it, but he'll recover. Thrown off now into the orange team half. Gilligan's pressuring, but cleared all the way down the field. Let's see whose stacks are going to get there first. It will be picked up by Akami. Does have pressure on him. Gets bopped. Phenom cutting in. Has Nest cutting in. Ooh, but stolen away. And Blitz will cut that one back the other way. He was taking a long time there, Queen, to really figure out what he wanted to do, and I think he took a little too long.
He did indeed. The hesitation definitely got him there. James picks up the disc, sends it towards goal, but it is just wide. It doesn't quite make it in. However, there's no one in goal yet for Jax boys. They are pressuring the disc, though. They get stunned in the process. Or they stun someone? Sorry. Matthew picks up the disc at Nest and sends it in for another 2 points for Tensor.
So Tensor's trying to make me look bad. They're like, oh, you said we're going to start off slow? No, we're not.
Listen.
4-2.
This is the Jax game. It doesn't matter if they don't take the first round because they learn the team in the first round. This is just the history of the Jax. They are really, really great at adapting. We've got, I don't know who had the disc there, but Gilligan has it now, sends it over to Akami. Akami crosses down to floor towards Bubble to Blitz. Blitz sends it back out to Akami. Akami is floating in towards Bubble, approaching it uncontested, and goes for the bounce shot for another 2 points for the Wireless Jax.
So a quick recovery from the Wireless Jacks there. They quickly get it out of their half, down the field, make a quick passing play, and Akami buries it. A lot of laughter coming from the Wireless Jack side after that one. And they tie this one up. 7 minutes, tons of time left. As here comes Tensor with the disc. We're going to clear this one down to bottom trench. Bounce, but picked up by will.i.am. He'll clear this one, try to get it through half. Does hit double diamond, but still picked up and recovered by Akami, who will throw this down to the orange half. will.i.am is there, but I don't think he's going to be able to get there quick enough. Let's see. Orange Shimo taking a while to get back. And Will with an easy goal.
There were no stacks there in sight. Will was just able to slowly float his way onto that disc and put it into the goal, unfortunately, where there was no goalie there.
Yeah, it's really hard to make a save when you don't have a goalie in net.
Yeah, unless you just ding it because, best goalie NA.
I don't know. I think I'm the best goalie in A, but no big deal. Just that's why I retired. I had to retire at the top, and
right. Yes. When you you are so good, you can't keep going.
Gilligan tries to put that one towards goal. Sorry, Queen, if you want to take over.
No, go ahead. You're good.
Oh, perfect. Put in by Gilligan. He'll try to knock it off the backboard. Recovered. Matthew has it. Taking a second here. Gil are being told to watch for a yeet, I think. Matthew will finally get this one through the tunnel, or through the tube. And all the way down into the blue team zone. It's just floating there. First to get to it is James. Actually, no, Matthew comes in and sneakily steals it from him. Cuts around, jukes, and he puts that one in. will.i.am threw himself out of the goal there.
Matthew is super jukey. That is just one thing. We play Phenon's team, and Matthew's thing is totally the duck jump. But once you can nail that down, you can shut them down in Bubble pretty easily, forcing them to pass, which results, of course, in sometimes having those straight passes happen in Bubble. But here we are. We've got will.i.am with the disc, who sends it down for the stack. They pick it up, and they shoot it for a long three from Gilligan to make it 9-6 for the Jax boys.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that's the third time that the Wireless Jacks have scored almost directly in response after the goal, like right away coming out. They score right away in like 20 seconds.
Yeah. They definitely have their rollouts down pat, and they have a ton of them, and considering the fact that they don't all play together on a regular basis, it is quite impressive that they're able to have all these down to such a T. Ooh! In the bubble, James picks it up. He stuffed the Jax boys, however, he misses the shot. Blitz picks up the disc, is looking around for what to do. Before he loses the disc, sends it over to Gilligan. Gilligan has it in trench, or whatever that thing is called. Sorry, guys. The Akami goes to attempt a shot, an underhand shot, misses the goal. Gilligan picks it up, sends it over to Clock. Clock dings it! Oh my Lanta Jax boys, we gotta have one of these connect here. Let's go. Gilligan picks up the disc on the back line, sends it over to goal. I thought that was gonna be a pass, but no, he just makes those. He makes those. Gilligan for his second 3 points for the Jax, and that is now 12-6 in favor of our Jax boys.
Lots of chaos. Say there. Akami went for an amazing behind-the-back spinning shot, hits it off the post, and then the wide-open goal. You can't leave that wide open there. Gilligan's going to hit that every time, as long as he's not on quest.
That's fair. That is so fair.
Back in, Wireless Jacks will throw this disc in, but it's recovered by Tensor. They're going to try to get a great pass over here to Matthew. Matthew now all the way down to Phenom. Phenom going to cut towards the goal. Hits him from the bottom post. will.i.am will slap it out, but Orange Tensor still going to be in possession of this disc. Phenom now makes a pass to James, and a great save from will.i.am.
will.i.am is goated.
Wow. That's all I could say.
Jax boys attempt to send that through tunnel. It doesn't quite make it through. They pick it back up, go for the pass. It doesn't connect. but Orange picks up the disc and cannot clear it. They hit it off the top wedge. I know some people call it nose, I call it wedge, so deal with it. will.i.am goes for the shot, misses, however Blitz picks it back up and sends it in the goal for another 2 points. Jax boys are up 14-6. And here we are with Tensor on the offensive joust.
Yes, and that huge save from will.i.am sets up Wireless Jax to go back down the field and expand their lead to 8 with only 2 minutes left. So Tensor's going to have to work quickly here.
Picked up right away. Blitz picks up the disc, picks off their attempted pass. Oh, it almost looked like they were going to have the stack pick that up. However, the back stack picks it up. Voodoo has it, attempts to clear it through a tunnel, but doesn't quite make it through. Akami recovers the disc, sends it over to Bowtie where Gilligan is. Gilligan is floating towards Bubble, seeing what his team has. Gets stunned out, but still gets it in the direction of the Akami, who picks it up, sends it down to floor where will.i.am is, and sends it back over to Gilligan. Gilligan is looking for options because Tensor's really pressuring well inside of Bubble here when they're defending. Ooh, and what a save! What a save! Okay, so Akami picks the disc back up, recovers it, sends it over to Gilligan, and Gilligan sends it into the goal for another 2 points for the Jax boys.
It just looks like feeding time around the Bubble right now. It doesn't matter how many shots Tensor's going to save or Fadum's going to save. They're just attacking and attacking and attacking. And Gil puts that one up. So now this one looks like it's going to go round 1 to Wireless Jax as we have a 10-point lead here. Not much Tensor can really do.
All right, James has the disc, sends it backwards. And Voodoo has the disc right in middle, sends it down over to James. James sends it over to Matthew. Matthew is approaching Bubble, but gets stuffed by Gilligan. Not surprised that he punched him in the face and stole the disc. Attempts a long shot, but doesn't quite make it. Is very, very close for a full court, though. Blitz has the disc and sends it back down over to the Akami. The Akami sends it to floor where Gilligan is. Gilligan sends it up to Blitz, and Blitz into the goal for another 2 points. We've got a 12-point lead here, guys, for the Jax boys, and we've been out of mathematical time, but if we weren't, we're definitely out of it now. So round 1 goes to the Jax boys with 30 seconds still on the clock.
Yeah, Gil took all of the attention from the goalie and the defender there, and then just had an easy pass to set up for yet another goal from the Wireless Jax.
Ooh.
Gil again puts this one towards goal off the post. 12 seconds left. A pass here over. Akami intercepts from Gil and apologizes. Going to slowly cut in towards Nest. Over to will.i.am, but off the post. Another post here as this round will end 18-6 in favor of the Wireless Jax.
Yeah, that was a super fun round. I would suspect that we are going to have a little bit of a, like you were saying before, kind of a heat up come from Tensor, that they're going to kind of begin to get their flow going, so to speak. And honestly, the only thing that does for the Jax boys is that it just makes them click even more. And they are quite on their game tonight. Looking at stats here. Oh, well, I'm not on the right side. Now I'm looking at stats here. We've got a ton on the board here. Gilligan with 8 points is the top scorer with an assist. We've got will.i.am with 3 assists. You know what I love about teams that are high scoring or have a great lead? If you look at their assists line, there's typically no one on the team that doesn't have an assist. And that is just the name of the game when it comes to Echo. It is a team sport. You cannot solo it or do anything like that. Yeah. You won't make it very far with it. So it's cool to see a team with a full line of assists.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, because you see people in pubs all the time who are trying to solo game it, and then all you have to do is shut that person down. If they're not passing the disc, you're going to get it every time. You know that this guy is going to come in and try to make 15 moves and not pass to anyone. You know, all I have to do is shut down him.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. Possession time is in favor of the Jax boys, and here we are with another offensive joust or neutral joust. Do you have any predictions before they come out?
Blue again, this time will.i.am.
Blue again. You had that right. Ooh, and was that will.i.am? I think it was. I think you were right. Right on par. All right, and we've got the disc just loose floating around. It looks like Jax might pick it up. However, they get stunned, and Voodoo picks up the disc and sends it down for a clear into the Jax area. But it is recovered by the Akemi, and I think it was Gilligan, yep. And attempted clear, but it didn't quite make it. Gilligan picks it back up, gets it stuck again over there, but sends a pass down to, I don't know who that was, and it's picked up by, it's picked up by Blitz and put in the goal for another 2 points. There was a missed shot there. It was quite wide.
Maybe it was a calculated pass.
Maybe it was a very calculated, big-brained play, bounce pass. You're right.
Here we go. Tensor's going to take this one out, trying to look to tie the game. And my controller seemed to die, so I'm just going to move around with the keyboard here. Voodoo now. We'll throw this one out. Yeah. I'm actually fully just... You can take this for here, Queen, just for 1 second.
Okay. We've got Voodoo on shoulder approaching Bubble. Oh, there he is, making 2 points. Voodoo puts 2 points on the board for Tensor, and now we have an even match, 2-2. The Jax boys are here. They're about to have the offensive joust, and they're moving around, setting themselves up in terms of where they're going to go for this play, and let's see who grabs the disc. Right out the gate, we have will.i.am who sends it down to Trench for the stack. That's Gilligan and the Akemi. However, it's picked up by Voodoo. Voodoo intercepts the dribble pass and goes to clear it, but doesn't quite make it. Gilligan almost has it, but he gets stunned out by Matthew, and Matthew sends it out towards Bubble. will.i.am is in goal. Right now, it's a 1v1 with Phenom and will.i.am, who is going in Bubble. Ooh, and Phenom makes the shot for another 2 points for Tensor. It is now 4-2 in favor of Tensor.
And what an accurate shot there from Phenom. Perfectly hits that bottom pocket. He even got a nice pocket, I think, from Will there. He just put that shot perfectly where it's really hard for the goalie to get down there.
It is the worst at your feet.
Yeah, either at my feet or near my crotch, because I can't tell you how many times I have hit myself with a controller in that region. It does not feel good.
I can't imagine that it does. will.i.am takes the disc, goes for the shot, doesn't quite make it. However, James picks up the disc, goes to send it out, cross tunnel, makes it through. The stack is there with Matthew and James. James sends it in for a long 3 and makes it. You cannot do that. You cannot do that, Matthew. That was just dirty.
I disagree. He just did it.
He did. He obviously can do it.
It's now 7-2 for Tensor here. A lot of scoring in the first 3 minutes. And let's see if the wireless Jax can respond. will.i.am will pick up this disc. Blitz back to will.i.am, and he'll clear that through. What a play there. And a shot. Oh, great save from that was a great play there. They're coming down. And another shot from Blitz from long range. Phenom couldn't get back up in time. Ooh. I see. There's a question about my comment. You heard what I said, and that is what I said.
I said what I said. All right, we've got Tensor here with the offensive joust. They come out of the tunnel, and Phenom picks it up, sends it over to tunnel. Voodoo's there, and Voodoo sends it down over to, I'm not sure who that was. Matthew has it now, approaching Bubble, waiting for his team, juking around. However, will.i.am jumps out of goal, and Matthew is able to have an open shot for another 2 points for Tensor.
Hey, he just dipsy doodles around with the disc, just faking the shot a couple times. You like that? Dipsy doodle. And now 9-5, 4-point lead here for Tensor. will.i.am straight through the tunnel all the way down. Oh, it's picked up by Akemi, but he's stunned. A great defensive recovery there from Tensor. Picked right back up by Gilligan. 2-on-1. He's going to throw this one to Blitz, and he beats Phenom.
There we go. Let's go, Jax boys. That's another 2 points for our boys. And it is now 7-9. Tensor is still in the lead, but don't let the Jax boys get hot because you're in for a good run here. All right, we've got Tensor with the offensive joust coming out of tunnel. Phenom picks up the disc, sends it down to the stack, and it's back into James's hands. James sends it down over to Voodoo. Voodoo goes to send it to Floor, but the pass does not quite connect, unfortunately, and it's picked back up by the Akemi for the pass to Gilligan. Gilligan sends it over to Blitz. Blitz has the disc, sends it back to Gilligan as a back pass, who passes it back again to will.i.am. This is the classic Jax boys play. They have a very patient passing play. And it is not common anymore, I would say. And I feel like stack meta is very heavy right now in terms of Echo playstyle, but the Jacks run a totally different play. Matthew picks up the disc and uncontested, no one's even there, sends it in the goal for another 2 points.
Yeah, you see, two different polar opposites there, play style.
Yeah.
You have the Wireless Jacks slowly coming up, and they had a great play, but a great defensive backstack there for Tensor. Stops the play and back the other way to get an open goal chance. So the Wireless Jacks are going to look to respond here. Gilligan, a great pass to Blitz, a great slap pass, actually, from Blitz to Akami. And
of course, Blitz slaps everything. Everything.
Well, let's see if he can slap a goal in here for the Wireless Jacks. It's cleared out, but picked up by Voodoo. Oh, he loses the disc, but recovered by Matthew. He has an open pass to James with an open goal, and he misses low. That backstack might have been back in time, Queen Cap, if it did go on goal.
They might have been. They were just there. It would have been... Ooh, it would have been a little tough. James has the disc at shoulder, shoots it in the goal for another 2 points. William was almost there. He didn't quite make it yet. We've got the Jacks boys with an offensive rollout here. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. They are not down by much, but they are down. Let's see what they can do here.
Here comes William again. Will pick up this disc, throws it to Trench to Gilligan, who hits it to Blitz. A lot of passing here off these jousts for the Wireless Jacks. Really moving around Tensor. Trying to get the background, but a missed pass there. James will now clear this one all the way down. Let's see who's going to get there first. It will be Gil. He clears that out just in the nick of time. Gets it through tunnel. He has the Akami. The shot is a little bit low. Wireless Jacks will pick this up, though. Will.i.am cut pass over to the Akami, and he puts it in the goal.
That's another 2 points for the Jacks boys. We are now with Tensor having the offensive joust, who's setting themselves up here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, Tensor picks up the disc. Phenom sends it over to Tunnel to James. James sends it over to Matthew, who sends it back to Phenom. Phenom's on the back line there, sends it to Ceiling to Voodoo, who is approaching Bubble there. However, the shot, or the attempted shot, is picked by the Akami, who goes to clear it out, but it's picked back up by Phenom. Phenom's just taking his time, juking around on the floor, seeing what options he's got. Sent over to Matthew. Matthew goes in for the goal, does his little ducky, jumpy, jukey, wiggle worm stuff, and makes it in for another 2 points. Makes it in for
That's
another 2
the only way you can
points.
describe it. But like, honestly.
Any time in a pub someone does that, I'm like, can you stop wiggling and pass the disc?
Just a hop, skip, and a jump away from a goal there. Matthew is every time he gets it on the post. As an interception here. Voodoo's going to throw this one towards goal. Just going to go a little bit wide.
Just a little wide. All right, we've got Blitz with the disc, juking around on the floor, trying to make it through a tunnel. Does he clear it? He does not. It gets stuck in the trap because trap is indeed a trap. However, it's picked up by the Jacks boys, sent out for a clear, but the Tensor stack is there. Oh, and they attempt to send it, but hit a Geo, go to send it again towards tunnel. Doesn't quite make it out yet again. And the stack gets stunned out by the Akami, who goes to send it over. This is a lot of ping-ponging, y'all. Let's go ahead and pick up the disc. There we are. Disc is attempted to sent out by the Jacks boys through tunnel, but it's picked up by Phenom. Phenom clears it over around the ceiling to wall, and it's picked up by Matthew, who is being pushed by the Akami and approaches Bubble, still makes it in for another 2 points. Jukey jukes his way around the Akami and into goal.
And honestly, I feel like they're making me sound smart right now, because I did say the first round was going to go to the Wireless Jacks, but then Tensor was going to find themselves, and they definitely have this round 17-9. As Gilligan now going to try to find some consolation points here for the Wireless Jacks. Throws it and misses the net. Blitz unable to find it. It's now taken out by Tensor. Voodoo through the tunnel. Actually intercepted by Gilligan. Gilligan now looking for a pass or maybe an optional shot here. He's going to slowly cut in. No pressure on him. Waiting. Walking in. Pass over to Blitz, and he puts that one home.
Let's go. There's nothing like a good morale boost before a round ends, and you just score another set of points. Even if it doesn't make you take the round, it just gives you a good mentality and momentum for the next set.
Yes.
All right. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say Matthew there. That round was all Matthew.
Yeah, that was a hard carry with his ducky, jumpy, jukey stuff.
But
Matthew's
also some
got
great
15.
passes.
Yes, also. We've got Blitz on the board with 13 points, and Matthew on the board with 15. Now, mind you, Matthew did not have many points last round in terms of stats, and so he took a good bit, like you said here, in terms of that round. Looking at possession time, we're a little bit more equal now. Before, the Tensor was pretty low in the 40s, and Jacks were well above 50. It's almost equal now. We've got Jacks at 52% for the possession time, and Tensor's at 48. Shots taken is 56% for the Jacks boys. That means that they are above Tensor. They just need to make those connect a bit more.
Yeah, Matthew put up 11 points in that round. He had 4 last. James, we saw some good saves from him. He put up 3, if I'm not mistaken, just in this round to really keep the wireless Jacks off the board. And will.i.am still racking up the assists. He has 5 total now in this game.
Yep, sounds like Will. All right, I'm calling blue again. I'm calling Jacks boys get it. There it is. Ooh, attempts to send it to the stack, doesn't quite make it. Voodoo picks up the disc, goes to clear it out through tunnel, hits middle. Matthew has the disc, tries to go for the long 3 maybe, but sends it off the back wall. Picks it up again by James, and James puts it in the goal for the first 2 points of this round for Tensor.
Yeah, these stacks from Tensor are unrelenting. They just keep pushing the disc. They get the disc quickly downfield, and they're at the goal a lot before wireless Jacks even get back. Wireless Jacks now going to see if they can figure out what's going wrong in these the last round and this round now as they see themselves down again. Voodoo will pick up this disc, recovers it, turned over by Akame, and he'll find Phenom. Phenom, a bounce pass over to Matthew, starts cutting. Oh, there, throws it over to James. James cuts towards the goal and puts it top shelf.
All right, here's the Jacks boys' chance. They're gonna come out here with the offensive joust, and let's have our fingers crossed that they get some points on the board. I am saying that they get a 3 here. This is just all willy-nilly, just winging it. All right, we've got will.i.am here with the disc. will.i.am looks around at the stack, jukes him. Oh, got him. Oh, but he loses the disc. James picks it up, sends it into goal for 3 points. Someone got 3 points. I was right. It just wasn't the Jacks boys.
And that's another turnover from the wireless Jacks. They're really beating themselves right now in this round. That's 2 turnovers in a row that have turned into the disc being put into their goal. 7-0 here. And will.i.am is going to grab this disc as usual. Right? And there's a stack on him. He has the Akame, who they'll try to clear through the tunnel and stack to it, but it's quickly broken up by Tensor. They're going to get this disc. Matthew, pass intercepted. will.i.am over to Blitz, a great slap shot.
Slap it in the goal and lose.
What a save by Faye. Oh, and then a missed shot from Blitz. Their chance there to pull within 5. Another missed pass here. James is going to get there first, but he has the Blitz on him. He's going to have to make a quick pass here. He'll actually clear that one through. Faye will miss that one, but luckily Voodoo's there. He takes the shot towards goal, but it's going to hit Nest. Off to the side here, James. Fighting against Akame. He will stun him and recover this disc. Back passes it to Phenom. Phenom finds Matthew. Matthew bounce pass off ceiling. Intercept. A great play there from Gil. Clears it out and unable to get to it is Blitz. Voodoo going to bring this one back in to Faye. Faye across to James. And what a duck. And the duck to the dunk for a 9-point lead here.
The jukey.
The jukey, dipsy doodle,
Wiggly
jumpy
worm.
ducky, wiggly worm.
All right, let's see, Jacks boys. Right now it is 9-0 Jacks boys. Jacks boys headbutt the disc, which was an interesting thing to see. Blitz picks it up in trench, sends it down to, attempted to the stack. However, Voodoo picks it up, goes to clear it, doesn't quite make it out. The stack is there, Matthew and Phenom. Phenom goes to send it into the tunnel. No one's there, unfortunately. The Akame has the disc. He's just floating up here, floating up towards Bubble, goes to pass it. The stack intercepts the pass. We've got to tighten up these passes here, Jax boys. Unfortunately, they're just not quite connecting. Will.i.am attempts to get a leech back to goal, but gets stunned out in the process. We've got someone back there anyway, though. They send Matthew. I'm so new at this.
No. I think this game is our casting's going a little bit better than the Jax play in this round. So they definitely need to clean it up a little bit. Like you said, some missed passes, a lot of turnovers. Something we didn't see in the last 2 rounds.
Yep.
As they'll clear this one down, Tensor's going to get there first. Their stacks are just faster right now, but an interception! And, oh no, the Akami shot bounced off one of the Tensor's heads. They're going to clear this all the way down, and if this game's gone well, Tensor's going to get there first. Oh, but Will.i.am is luckily there.
Will.i.am
Clear
is
that
there.
one
He
through.
clears out the disc through tunnel. The pass is missed, and unfortunately, Tensor's stacks are just extremely fast. They are hard to fight against. Matthew has the disc, slaps it because Will.i.am is almost there. The goal is open. Now it's not, but Matthew is still able to dunk it as the goalie is stunned out. And we are up 13 points for Tensor with 0 for the Jax boys. They still have 5 minutes. I wouldn't quite say it's out of reach just yet, but it is going to be a hard fight here.
Yeah, they're really going to have to find out, figure out the question, like, what are we doing wrong here? And the first thing they could do is just clean up their passing. Make sure if they have possession of the disc, they're not just easily turning it over. Like, again, right there. Slapped out by Phenom here. There is the Akami, though, to recover that disc. It does not get out. He's going to slowly start pushing towards the bubble. Waiting. Makes the pass across, and another missed pass there, Queen.
Yeah, unfortunately. However, it's recovered by Blitz. Blitz sends it back up to the Akami. The Akami is just floating towards bubble, has the stack on, quickly sends it down to floor where Blitz is able to pick up the disc off of a bounce. Oh my Lanta, and another missed pass. It almost was recovered by Will.i.am on the back line, but Tensor stack is there again to pick it up. Matthew sends it in for almost a long 3, misses it just off the ding ring. Oh, another ding. Oh my Lanta, and the save from Gilligan. Gilligan, that was impressive. My Lanta. Akami has the disc, goes to slap it down into goal, misses the opportunity, unfortunately. Gilligan picks it up, goes to dunk it on goal, maybe shoot it. He hates dunking. Doesn't quite make it in though. Will.i.am picks it up, sends a pass over to the Akami, Akami to Gilligan, and in for 2 points. Here we go. Possibly on a run, maybe? For the Jax?
Maybe it did. Honestly, that was some great play there by James, being up 13-0. Just to waste more time before the Wireless Jacks can get another goal. He's making some great saves there. And we'll have to see that the Wireless Jacks, maybe they have a little momentum now. They put on some pressure there on that kickoff.
They did, yeah.
But
they
Tensor
did.
will get it out. Oh, but then
and a missed pass. Missed pass. Where's the stacks, Jax boys? Oh, they don't need them because they flubbed the clear. Oh, we've got Blitz approaching bubble. Unfortunately, he hits the ding ring, and the disc is picked back up by the Akami. The Akami sends it across the ceiling to Will.i.am, I think it was, and Will.i.am sends it over to Blitz, who misses the goal, unfortunately. Tensor goes to grab the disc and clear it out, but doesn't quite make it, and they pick it back up. Voodoo's juking around the ceiling, hits another Geo, unfortunately. Will.i.am has the disc, sends it across the ceiling to... I don't know who that was because no one picked it up, unfortunately. Will.i.am stops him again! That is so many steals for Will in the past round and even just in the last few minutes itself. Really giving them good opportunities to set themselves up in bubble. Unfortunately, they never quite do so, and the disc is just floating around the middle of the arena right now. The Jax boys do get there first. Blitz grabs the disc. Man, that is such a hard name to say on stream. Blitz grabs the disc. However, he gets stunned out. Will.i.am picks it up with his stack partner, sends it down long, but Phenom is there to recover the disc and clear it through tunnel. Gilligan picks it back up. We are just ping-ponging all over the place here, guys. Matthew has the disc, goes to clear it out again, sends it down into the Jax boys area. Oh my Lanta, and Tensor overshoots the disc, but Will.i.am, I think that's who it was, had the disc, unfortunately gets stunned out with it. They've got a shot. Oh my Lanta, we've got a slap from clock into the goal by Phenom. What a beautiful shot.
The amount of pressure the Wireless Jacks put on in that possession just before this goal, and to not come up with a goal, that's disheartening. They had so many shots, so many post hits. They just could not find it. And honestly, got to give some credit to Phenom on some great saves.
Yeah, absolutely. They've been doing a great job in terms of Bubble D, and it's funny because you watch their style of Bubble D for the Tensor, and a lot of times they actually have a stack still going, which I would say for stack meta isn't as common in terms of bubble defense. Normally you would keep your stacks until you make it to either side of the bubble, and when you get to the bubble you would break apart and act as 4-man. But we see Tensor oftentimes actually playing their Bubble D as a stack, which is super interesting. Oh, will.i.am stuffs Tensor, picks up the disc, puts it into the goal for another 2 points for the Jax boys. They may not be able to take this round, but they can at least get some more points on the board.
And
We've got
groan
what?
from James, that groan from James when he turned over that disc echoed throughout the entire arena. Tensor now pick this one up. They only have an 11-point lead now. Oh, I took it back.
That hurt! That hurt!
Quickly responds. Very quickly. A goal there from Phenom, a 3-pointer. And back up now. Now it's a 14-point lead for Tensor. 17 seconds left. And that's all she wrote, I think, here, Queen.
I unfortunately think you are correct here. We got a headbutt over from the Jax boys. Oh! It was almost successful there for at least a little bit more points on the board. Unfortunately, it hit shield. Rad just put shield there yesterday. No one knew it existed. Unfortunately, that is Tensor taking this set. I believe we have another 3 rounds, right? Well, this was only this was only the first set. We've got another 3 rounds. Are you ready, Matt Miko?
I am ready. I'm ready to see how the Wireless Jacks respond after that first round. They came out really strong, and it really looked like, at the least, I thought maybe they'd run away with that second round after the first round performance. But Tensor turned it around very quickly, and then I have to say the goaltending from both teams was fantastic. The first round, will.i.am made a bunch of great saves, and then in rounds 2 and 3, the saves from James and Phenom really just kept Wireless Jacks off the board. They didn't even give them a chance.
Yep. Yeah, it was that was quite an interesting set, the turnaround there in terms of just the points. I don't know what I did here. I did something. List of keyboard shortcuts. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm pressing buttons on my computer. Things are happening. So I mean, I'm excited to see what we've got here. I think that the Jax boys started to turn it on towards the last portion of that last round, the third round in that first set. And so I would think that they know that they have to apply a little bit more pressure now. Sometimes that happens when you take it so heavily the first round. You can kind of find yourself slacking or not trying as much in terms of rounds 2 and 3. And finally, you kind of hit this place where it just clicks back on, okay, we need to actually put some effort in and do some more here. So we are waiting on the Jax boys to ready up. The orange team is ready. Don't make fun of the way I said orange. I will hurt you. Not really. It's fine.
Orange, you glad I didn't say orange?
Orange.
I'm sorry, no. I take back what I said. I apologize. I did not just make fun of you the way you said orange.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly, Matt.
Never happened.
Don't you go dying on me now. I can't do this all alone.
Yeah, I'll wait till after the stream. Sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, so inconsiderate of me.
We are still waiting on the Jax boys. Isn't quite like them. Typically, they're pretty quick to ready up here. So I wonder if they're having a pep talk. I can't hear comps too well. I hear you louder than the rest of them. So,
yeah.
But we are waiting on Jax to ready up.
Yeah, I guess they're probably trying to make some adjustments after that round. Tensor did a good job of adjusting after round 1 and seeing what they did wrong and what the Wireless Jacks were doing, and then their stacks, like I said, their stacks were very quick, and Wireless Jacks are going to have to find a way to shut that down if they
honestly,
want
that was
a chance
the
to take
biggest.
this.
That was the biggest thing. That was the biggest thing. I'm calling Jax again here. Jax and Jax. Oh, and Tensor takes their first offensive joust, gets it down into bubble. Oh, James picks up the disc, sends it over to, I don't know, I've got a glitch here on my screen. It was Phenom. Phenom at clock, sends it in the goal for another 2 points or the first 2 points. It's not another. Technically it is. We've been playing for a bit. But first 2 points of this round from Phenom for Tensor. And now we've got an offensive joust from the Jax boys.
Tensor picks up right where they left off. Let's see if the wireless Jax have any response. The Akemi now slowly passes this one over to Blitz. He slaps it towards goal, and what a shot!
Blitz!
My goodness.
Blitz makes those. Blitz.
You said he slaps everything.
He does. He does. It is nasty. He gives goalies no time. Like, he'll cut in front of the goal and slap it in. You don't have time to react. You don't have a second to do anything. It's just nasty. When Blitz starts slapping, you know he's turned it on. All right, we've got Phenom at Nest with the disc. Sends it. Oh, is stuffed by Gilligan on an attempted pass, and Gilligan takes a long 3. Let's go, Jax boys. They are now up 6-2. I told you that they were going to turn it on. They started in the end of that last round. They started to pick it up, just their pace in general. And we're seeing now that the Jax have found their momentum again.
It was really up to them cleaning up their game. Like we said, a lot of turnovers, a lot of missed passes, and even some missed shots, and they're not missing them right now. Some 2 great shots, one from Gil, one from Blitz. As Akemi will take this one through, intercepted by Phenom. He has a pass, but just misses James. But Tensor will get there first. Voodoo. Now pass over to Faye. Faye, waiting. Oh, he tries to pass. He waited too long. Blitz said, give me that, but he can't clear it out. Faye keeps it in. A missed clear there. Let's see if Tensor can take advantage. James has it. Cuts towards goal. Hits the post. And now back the other way goes the disc.
Yeah, clears it out. However, Tensor's there with their stacks. Phenom picks it up, goes to set it out again through tunnel. Wireless Jax boys just missed the disc. It's a race towards... the save from Blitz. Blitz, that was nasty. All right, we've got Voodoo with the disc, sends it down. It does pass it. He does pass it over to James. James towards Bubble. It looks like that may have been a Chicago, unfortunately, because it looked like Will had it, and it says he self-goaled. But anyway, that's 2 more points on the board for Tensor, and now we have an offensive joust here from the Jax boys.
Yeah, and Will was left there with, I'm pretty sure, all 4 Tensor players around him, so he had to have his hands up to block to make sure he wasn't getting stunned first, unfortunately. And there's a shot coming from the Jax, but a great save there from Voodoo. He'll clear that all the way down on the stacks. Now let's see who will get there first. It looks like, it hits off a Geo. And Matthew unable to pick that one up. He's stunned by Blitz, and Blitz is going to go the other way. He's stunned out, but does get the disc onto the orange side of the field. The stacks, though, from Tensor still very quick. They get to it. Going to try to get it back the other way. Oh, but this one up top and cleared back there by Akemi. Again, the Tensor stacks are just so fast, Queen.
They are so fast, but they overshot the disc just slightly. Unfortunately, the Jax boys almost picked it up, but weren't quite able to make it there. We've got, my screen says James. I think I have a glitch. Oh, here we are. Phenom in trench with the disc, just juking around, waiting for his team to get down to the bubble, seeing what he can do, but he's about to be contested. Goes for the pass. Unfortunately, it misses, and it is just floating around in top trap there, picked up by Voodoo. Voodoo takes the disc, is floating towards bubble, looking for his pass options. Just kidding, looking for his shot options, and puts it in the goal for another 2 points. We are now tied 6-6.
There was a lot of time there for Voodoo. He just made his way towards the bubble, and he's like, oh, I'll shoot now. I think he heard you say pass. He's like, no, I'll shoot it.
Yeah, he was like, we're not passing today. All right, we have Will.i.am with the disc. Will.i.am sends it down to the stack, who attempts to send it back up to the top stack. They were floating towards ceiling, and it was just a missed pass. But Will.i.am's on the back line, able to pick up the clear from Tensor, sends it down towards Tensor's bubble. Tensor does have Phenom there to pick up the disc. Phenom's just on the floor looking around, sends it through tunnel over into the Jax area. But we've got Blitz there, able to recover the disc towards Wedge, sends it over to Gilligan at Bowtie. Gilligan sends it over to someone, and it's unfortunately a missed pass. And Tensor's able to clear the disc down through the bottom of the arena, and it's floating up in the sky towards Cloud. Let's see who gets it. It looks like it was Matthew, but Matthew got lost the disc for a second there, stunned out both Jax players. And then I think that was Tiny Tex and dinged it on the goal.
Now, let's see. Wireless Jacks are going to get this disc. Going to try to get it out, but Akami loses it on the wall. He still has it, has pressure, but will make a pass there to Blitz and just misses him. Just misses him now. Tensor gets the going. Blitz clears it towards the goal. The stacks there from Tensor. We'll get there first, but it's stolen from Gilligan. And he puts in the 2-point lead here for the Wireless Jacks.
That puts the Jacks up by 2 points, and now Tensor is here with the offensive joust.
Who's going to win this joust, Queen?
Hopefully, Tensor. It would be quite a joy to watch them get it stolen, though. I think there is such a satisfaction when you're able to stuff a QB on that joust there. Gilligan is able to intercept a pass, sends it down the middle of the arena towards Blitz. Blitz goes for a long shot. Unfortunately, it hits off of something in the arena, and Matthew steals the disc from the Jacks boys, clears it all the way down, passes one of them in tunnel, isn't quite able to make it there, but Jacks pick it up and just cleared across the arena to no one because they were under some pressure. The Akami has the disc, goes to send it to Blitz at the beginning of tunnel. Blitz sends it over to Gilligan. Gilligan into the goal for a long three-pointer. What a three-shot.
William had a perfect view of that, too. He just was slowly drifting backwards watching the disc go in. If that was one of my teammates, I know they would have stole it and then dunked it in and said, haha, get pranked or something. and then we'd lose by a point.
Oh, the Jacks boys Dak is there to intercept their joust. Unfortunately, they're not able to pick up the disc, and Matthew has it, sends it over to Voodoo, who is floating across the top of ceiling. Will.i.am is in goal. Thankfully, he's out. As I said that, he jumps out. Y'all stop listening to the cast. Phenom has the disc. He's juking around on the floor, sends it over to James, and James puts it in the bottom pocket for another 2 points for the Team Tensor.
And
I was going to say the orange team. They got a name, though.
Orange team, who cares? They don't need a name. The Tensor they're really liking to set up those passes where someone cuts low into the bubble and then puts that dunk in the bottom pocket. They've done that a lot tonight, and it's been working for them.
Oh, Jack's boys have a missed pass. Will.i.am almost recovers it, but gets stunned out by Tensor. Tensor sends it down for a clear. It is just bouncing around in their area. Picked up by Blitz. Blitz swirls around Pole, just dances on him a little bit, show him what he's worth. The Akami has the disc, clears it through tunnel. It's just floating around the top. Matthew picks up the disc, sends it through tunnel again, but it doesn't quite make it. It's rolling around tunnel. Man, that roll is the worst. Let's just say that. Tensor sends it over for a clear down into the Jacks boys area. However, they're able to pick it up and clear it out. Will.i.am goes to clear it through tunnel, doesn't make it. Mark my words, I do apologize. They did not clear it out. But here they are now, and they're able to do so. We've got Blitz with the disc, who sends it over to Gilligan. Gilligan sends it to Will.i.am. Will.i.am sends it to ceiling where the Akami is, and the Akami puts it in for another 2 points. It looks like it might have been another Chicago, though. Or was that actually a self-goal?
I don't know Faye's face. I don't know. His head was tilted backwards. I can't tell if he was upset with the possible Chicago himself. I think it was a self-goal, mostly because it's Faye, so I'm going to say he's self-goaled. That's embarrassing, Faye. How can you live with yourself?
All right, Tensor goes to go for the rollout. Unfortunately, they have a little bit of a scuffed pass. It doesn't quite make it through the mid-section of the arena, and then the Jacks boys are able to pick it up. Phenom going for the long shot, doesn't make it, is very, he overshoots the goal. However, Voodoo has it at post, puts it in for another 2 points. Jacks boys are still up by 3, and I think that's the end of round 1 here.
Yeah, looks
We've
like
got 18 seconds.
We'll have a little bit of time here. Tensor's going to have to get down quickly and get to this disc. Let's see what the Wireless Jacks decide to do to keep this lead. Will.i.am throws it off. 5 seconds left. They'll clear it all the way down, and that's it, Queen. This game's over.
That's it. Well, this round's over.
No, the game's over.
The game is over. All right, I would say that we definitely saw the Jacks boys get back into their rhythm of things there. They were definitely playing more like themselves than they were the last two rounds of last set. So I'm excited to see what we're looking at. We've got Gilligan with 8 points, Blitz with 3 points. The only person with no points on the board so far on Tensor's team is Matthew, which is surprising to me because Matthew was the one who kind of just all of a sudden popped off in the second round of the first set. We've got possession time in favor of Tensor at the moment. However, the Jax boys did take this round. It is fairly close. It's 54% for Tensor, 46 for the Jax boys, and shots taken. Wow, this is interesting. So even though the Jax boys won, the Jax boys have 38% for shots taken, and Tensor has 63%. That means that we have a reverse going on of what happened with the Jax boys last set, of where they just couldn't quite make it into goal. Their shots were a little wonky. We're seeing that here from Tensor now, because unfortunately they have quite a bit of a lead in terms of shots taken, but they have not quite made it in the goal. What is your call for the joust here, Matt Miko?
It's going to be blue team this time again. They're not going to lose 2 jousts in a row. And then Will.i.am will get the disc from probably Gil. Oh, headbutted by Gil, and Will.i.am did get the slap off. And Blitz here has an open goal. He'll drive through and put that one easily in. And they'll start with an early lead, the Wireless Jacks, 2-0. So am I now 3 for 3 or 4 for 4 on calls on these jousts?
I think you are. The one that I called 2, and one of them that I called was incorrect.
Well, let's see now what Tensor's going to do to respond. They haven't been down at the start of a game in a while.
Ooh, there it is. Exactly what we were talking about.
Another post. Somebody's being paid off. I think these posts are being paid off in this game. Matthew now, who does not like to score goals in the first round, if we see from the last 2 games, will now pass it up. James, pass from Voodoo. James will put that one up, tie this game at 2. And like that, a quick response 25 seconds later from Tensor.
All right, and here we are with Wireless Jacks having the joust advantage. Let's see what they do with it. Out of tunnel, Will.i.am picks up the disc, is floating, looking at his options. The stack is not quite there yet from Tensor. Sends it over to the Akami. The Akami passes it down over to Blitz. Blitz sends it back up for the reset. Unfortunately, Will.i.am wasn't there, but picks it up on the bounce. Will.i.am holds it back in the arena, waiting for the stack to be drawn out of bubble. Gilligan takes the disc, but gets stunned out by Matthew. Matthew sends it through tunnel for the clear. It is in the Jax boys area, and the stack from Tensor is already there. Oh, they get stopped! Will.i.am picks up the disc after it is just floating around there, and it is cleared through to Tensor's area. We've got, I think that's the Akami there. Gets stunned out with the disc. Unfortunately, it is still free-floating. Voodoo is there to pick it up, but then the Jax boys almost steal it back. Voodoo stuns them, goes to clear it. The Geos do not like Tensor in this set. Let's just talk about that. They are just in the way for them. Blitz has the disc, goes for a high clear. Unfortunately, it doesn't connect to anyone, but Will.i.am stops them again. He just keeps stealing it. Sends it over to the Akami at clock, and Akami puts it in for another 2 points for the Jax boys. That puts them up with a 2-point lead. I can do math. I math very well.
And the Wireless Jacks are definitely doing a better job of managing their turnovers and forcing turnovers from Tensor. And then what they were not doing last set towards the end was they were not scoring on the turnovers. They would get the disc, they get a great chance, they weren't scoring. As a shot here from Voodoo is very high off the top of clock. Gilligan now take this disc, floating, waiting, going forward slowly, maybe a little bit too long. He was waiting to make the pass. James now going back the other way. 2-on-1 with Voodoo against the goalie. James now will throw this one back. They'll reset a little bit. Slow it down. Phenom. Oh, tries to get a pass over to Voodoo. Hits it off a Geo, but Voodoo still will pick that up. And Phenom is able to grab that pass, which is a little bit off the mark. And now he'll throw this one back over to Voodoo. Voodoo coming towards the net. Passes it underneath. James shoots it, and Will.i.am unable to get his hand on that disc.
Unfortunately, He was not able to make it. That's another 2 points there for Tensor, and that ties up the game. We are now at 4-4 with the Jax boys having the offensive joust or joust advantage, and let's see what they do. Coming out of tunnel, we have will.i.am with the disc who sends it over, to a shape. For an epic self-pass. And then a clear down towards Valley? What's that thing called again? I promise I play this game, guys. All right. Tensor's able to pick up the disc, clears it out over into the Jax boys section. No one quite has stacks yet. Tensor's there, picks it up, goes for the long 3, and makes it. Phenom gets 3 points on the board for Tensor, putting them up by 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 3.
Hold on. Let me count on both. I'm going to count on my toes.
Don't make fun of me, Matt Nico.
I'm not making fun of you. I'm saying I also can't count. We're all good here. Phenom hitting another post even when he scores. That's really funny. He just loves hitting the post no matter what. Tensor now will pick up this disc, throws it all the way down, hits off a Geo, but they will be able to get to the disc first. A pass underneath Phenom. Phenom puts a shot on. He did have a pass there. He decided to shoot.
Do a steezy shot and is way off. Way off. will.i.am picks up the disc, goes to clear it out. Unfortunately, Matthew picks it up and does his little ducky jukey thing and puts it in the goal for another 2 points.
Yeah, the clear did not go where he wanted it. He cleared it right into Matthew's hands. He was right there. He took it and he's like, oh, thank you. And I'm just going to put this one in the goal. 5-point lead for Tensor now, Queen. Let's see if the Wireless Jacks can respond.
Let's see. Wireless Jacks have the offensive joust here. will.i.am picks up the disc, sends it towards Popcorn to Blitz. Blitz sends it through the middle of the arena over to no Gilligan, who gets stunned out. Unfortunately, James picks up the disc at Tensor and goes to clear it out. Do they make it? They do. They do. And the Tensor stack overshoots the disc. That is unfortunate, but the Jax boys are still not home in goal. The disc is picked up by Blitz, sent over for a bounce pass. What in the what? Oh my Lanta. Tensor just flubbed a shot. I mean, they just really flubbed it. That's what it boils down to.
I think Voodoo was trying to headbutt it there.
I think he was. I think he was attempting to keep it a 3-pointer, but it did not work, unfortunately, in their favor. Jax boys stun out Tensor, pick up the disc with will.i.am. will.i.am looking for the pass. He's almost stunned out. Doesn't quite connect the pass. Matthew picks it up, clears it through tunnel. It makes it through over to the Jax boys area, and Tensor's stack is there. will.i.am jumped out of goal to try and get the disc, and unfortunately, it left it open for Matthew to score another 2 points for Tensor.
So as you're saying a couple times during that whole sequence there, Tensor has very fast stacks, but they have been overshooting the disc a lot, but Wireless Jacks have not made them pay for it. There's not a lot of stacks coming back from the Wireless Jacks, and Tensor, even though they're overshooting it, they're still able to recover and get it back. As here comes Akami the other way, misses the pass to Blitz, as he said that was the worst pass ever. I don't know, I've definitely seen worse from myself. Gilligan gets that disc, and he'll put it home. And the disc bounced around there. Gil's like, let me just take this. I'm gonna put this in.
Hold on. I'm gonna let you finish, but I'm gonna
put the team on my back, though.
All right, we've got Tensor with the offensive joust here coming out of tunnel. The disc is picked up by Phenom. Phenom sends it over Cloud towards Popcorn. The pass doesn't quite connect, unfortunately, but James is able to pick it up, send it towards the middle of the arena where Voodoo is. The pass is almost intercepted. The shot is way off from Matthew, and it's picked back up by Phenom on the ceiling. And stunned out by the Jax boys. will.i.am has the disc, clears it out, but I thought that was going to be intercepted. It wasn't. It makes it through. Jax boys do have stacks there. Gilligan picks up the disc. Goal is open, and he takes it for a long 3 shot. That was quite a bounce there. Almost looked scary, but Gilligan makes those, so no worries.
You get extra points when you hit the post before a goal, right?
Yes. That's how you get a 4-pointer.
If that was how you got a 4-pointer, I definitely would have a lot, because I only score when I hit the post. So back now, here comes the Wireless Jacks. They have bought this game within 2. They're working their way back. And this matters a lot as they do have a lead in the series. So win here would win them the series. Gilligan now pass this over to Blitz from behind the goal. Goalie stunned out. Easy goal for Blitz. Tie game.
Tie game, tie game. And we've got Tensor here with the Joust advantage again. The Jax stack was just able to stuff that pass that they were attempting to run out on their original rollout. Let's see if they're able to do that again. We've got Tensor here with the disc. Phenom quickly slaps it over to Tunnel to Voodoo. Voodoo passes it over to James, who is ducking and jumping towards Bubble and is able to juke his way into the goal past will.i.am for another 2 points. That puts Tensor up by 2, but the Jax now have a Joust advantage. Let's see what they do with it.
Another bottom pocket dunk from Tensor. What's the count at? Anybody else in chat is keeping track?
I don't think we have it, but if we did, it would be ridiculous.
will.i.am finds Gil. Slowly breaking out of their zone here. Gil does miss this pass. Akami going to try to pick it up, but it's picked up by James. He does miss the shot. This one is now picked up by Matthew. Matthew now cutting Dipsy Doodle, and
Dipsy Doodle!
Lamb dunk. I know you liked it, so I just, I was like, I'm going to say it again.
He Dipsy Doodles. It's good. It's good. I like it. All right, so that puts Tensor up by 4 points here. The Jax boys don't have enough time, unfortunately, on the clock. That is the round. Tensor takes it by 4 points for this round, but Jax boys did have it last round, which means that this last round here, the third round, determines who is the winner of the second set. Hopefully the Jax boys can get back on point a little bit. They were a little slow to make decisions in that second round there, and Tensor made them pay for their slow decisions, so it's just a matter of speeding up their process a little bit and making those passes connect, and I think that they'll be able to get some more points on the board and take the lead here.
Yeah, Tensor is playing so well, and their stacks are so fast. But I think at the same time, the wireless Jax in that last round and the last set, too, have been beating themselves. Their passes are not on the mark. Like we saw that last or second to last, or actually, yeah, the last roll out there. Gil had the disc and went to look for a cross pass to the other side of the arena and just missed. And that's happened a lot, and Tensor has been pouncing on those turnovers and have pretty much punished the wireless Jax every time they turn over the disc.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. They're just taking a second too long, because in this game, seconds matter. Like, even milliseconds matter, and they're taking just a second too long to make the decisions on where they're going to go with their passes. What's your call, Matt Miko? Let's go. This is your last opportunity to get yourself another correct guess here.
Okay, blue team again. Gilligan's going to get it, and this time go to Blitz.
Oh! And that was right! Oh my god!
And Blitz puts it home.
That was are you a fortune teller? Like, what? You're literally guessing down to the person receiving the disc and getting it right. It's kind of crazy.
I don't know. I was a full guess. I was like, it's not going to be Will again. It's going to be Blitz this time.
Just switching it up and somehow getting it right every time. Goal is open right now. Tensor approaches goal. Oh, and some quick slap passes. Oh my, I did not think that was going to go in. What a strange bounce. Voodoo takes it into the goal for 2 points for Tensor. That's their first 2 points on the board. They just answered the Jax boys' points quite quickly. However, Jax have an offensive joust here. Let's see what they do with it.
Yeah, tie game here. A lot of time, obviously. will.i.am, this is a deciding round 3. As will.i.am is going to pick this one up, goes through tunnel, bounces it, just misses Gilligan. Again, these passes are going to have to be cleaned up by the wireless Jax if they want to take this round 3. Gil puts pressure on Faye, but he does make a great pass over to Voodoo. Voodoo now driving towards the bubble. Waiting. Pass over to James. James took too much time. He was moving away from the goal and was trying to slap off of shield, it looked like there. This one now over to Voodoo. He's at the ceiling. He'll put a pass off the shot off the backboard, sorry. That one finds its way in. It was only 2. I think he just got his hand in the bubble there when he let go of that disc.
All right, and we've got the Jax boys coming out of tunnel here with the offensive joust. Tensor's up by only 2 points. They do have an opportunity to respond here and send it back. will.i.am sends the disc through tunnel, doesn't quite connect on the pass there, but it looks like the Jax boys have an opportunity to pick up the disc. They lose it on the wall, unfortunately, and Matthew sends it, or Tensor sends it out towards Matthew. Matthew takes a shot. It's wide, unfortunately, picked back up by Blitz. Blitz goes to pass it. It doesn't quite connect. Doesn't make it through tunnel either. James picks up the disc, sends it through tunnel to Phenom. Phenom's juking around tunnel, just trying to look to see what to do. Makes the pass over to someone, I don't know, they slapped it. Voodoo picks up the disc, goes for the cut pass. It doesn't connect. We've got Gilligan with the disc, sends it around the arena, but it doesn't get picked up by them. Blitz has the disc, finally clears it out through tunnel. It makes it over into Tensor's area. Oh, and it is so close. We've got a clean bounce. Tensor is there first. James has the disc at clock, juking around, goes to clear it through tunnel. Voodoo is there for the pass. Voodoo sends it high for the goal and wide, but Tensor is there with their stacks, and Matthew puts it in the goal for another 2 points.
The Akami was even hanging on shield, and that stack from Tensor came in so fast. They cleanly beat Akami and take a 4-point lead here. Again, those stacks are coming into play for the difference maker in this game. will.i.am will throw this one down to Gil. He'll get this one all the way through. Hits off Star. Gil does pick it up. Cutting towards the bubble. Looks for a pass. Just misses the Akami a little bit in front of him. Blitz now against James here. James will get the disc, but it's stolen by Will. Will pass underneath. Finds the Akami. Akami driving the net. Throws it out to Will, but he just gets stunned, and the save there.
will.i.am with the steals this set it's been wild. He is just robbing them. He is straight picking their pockets. Phenom has the disc, goes to clear it or send it to Voodoo. Voodoo goes for another long shot. It doesn't connect again. We've got Gilligan with the disc towards Shield. Sends it over to the Akami. The Akami bounce passes it to Blitz. Blitz sends it for the clear or to the pass to will.i.am. will.i.am sends it for a long shot. It's just off. It's wide, and Tensor's able to pick it up. James has the disc at shoulder. They're stacked and ready to go. Unfortunately, they don't clear it from their side. They pick it back up and send it down towards the bottom of the arena. And who's there to pick it up first? It is Voodoo. Voodoo goes for the bounce shot, misses. It was a calculated pass to James, who puts it in the goal for another 2 points. We've got 5 minutes on the clock still. We still have a chance for the Jax boys to make their way back onto the board and into the game. And right now they've got their offensive joust to do so.
Yeah, let's see if they can turn this around. They need to just take a breath here and play their game, because they're just getting they're playing the speed that Tensor wants to play the game instead of their slow passes. They really turn the disc over, but here we go. Picked up by Voodoo. He has some pressure on him. Oh, it gets Gilligan. He shoots it off the backboard.
He makes those bounce shots. That is what Gil is known for, bounce shots. Absolutely. That is 2 points on the board for the Jax boys, and hopefully they gain some momentum here. They've got 4 minutes and 40 seconds. It's enough time to come back from this 4-point deficit. Let's see what they do. Tensor has the offensive joust. Phenom has the disc, is juking around Bowtie. We've got the Jax boys not stacked. Phenom isn't able to make that clear. Gilligan has the disc at the top of the arena, goes for the mail slot. Just off of the post, unfortunately. However, Gilligan is there to still recover the shot, sends it to Blitz. Blitz sends it back to will.i.am, who's on the back line. will.i.am just kind of looking for his options, sends it across the floor. The pass does not quite connect, unfortunately. They go for the shot. Gilligan just misses. Unfortunately, very unfortunate. Everything's unfortunate. Tensor sends the disc over into the Jax boys area. They take a second in order to get stacked. Unfortunately, the goal is open, and they take a long 3 from James, and that puts Tensor up quite a bit. Has met this hard, so quite a bit.
A lot of fighting there in the backfield. The Wireless Jacks just could not get a stack together. Tensor just quickly bursts out of their own zone, pick up that disc, and extend their lead here. Some great chances there from the Wireless Jacks to hit the post. Let's see, they need to start finishing those. That one from Gil, it would have been a 1-point game. A huge swing there. Shot from Tensor just off the post. Going towards it is Voodoo. He has Blitz pressuring him. Able to get away. Sends it back to Phenom. Phenom back to Voodoo. Voodoo has James under goal. Is he going to go to him, or he has Phenom cutting in from underneath? He'll get Phenom. Oh, what a great save from the Alchemy.
Gilligan clears the disc down to Tensor's area. They do have the stack there, and they make a long 3 from will.i.am. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 4 points. I can do math if it involves one hand. We have 2 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock, and there technically is still time for them to come back from this. The Jax boys are going to have to apply the pressure here in terms of this offensive joust. Let's see what they do. Tensor launches out of the tunnel. Phenom picks up the disc, sends it over to tunnel, where the pass doesn't connect, unfortunately, but Voodoo is able to recover and slap it over, and the pass doesn't connect again. There's a little bit of a scramble going on. will.i.am has the disc, goes to clear it out off of floor through tunnel, but it's picked up by Phenom. Phenom sends it across the arena to Voodoo. Voodoo looking for his options, but approaching Bubble. He's got floor open, and he sends it over to floor, and floor, gets stuffed by Gilligan! Oh man, if I could only hear his comms, I am sure that was a hype moment, for sure. Matthew has the disc, goes to clear it out through tunnel. It does make it, but it's picked up by will.i.am. will.i.am looking around, seeing his pass option, sends it over to the Alchemy, who's at Cloud. The Alchemy sends it towards ceiling where Blitz is, and Blitz goes for a bounce shot, but it is saved. They clear it out. It is over in the Jax area. No one from the Jax is in the bubble quite yet. will.i.am is there, I think. Blitz, maybe? Almost gets stunned out, and Voodoo is still able to take it into the goal for another 2 points.
That was almost a great play there by Gilligan in goal. He didn't get stunned out. He blocked the stunner coming in for Tensor there, and then almost able to get a hand on that. But Voodoo does put that at home, and this really does put the Wireless Jax in a sticky situation here. Not a lot of time left. A little bit of a pickle. But a pass here from the Alchemy. Shot from the Alchemy. Hits the post again. And there's another one. Back out to Gilligan. He puts 2 in.
It is.
4-point game again. There is just, if I'm not mistaken, just enough time. They need 2 quick goals here, Queen.
They're going to have to apply a lot of pressure on this offensive joust if they want to get these points on the board. We have 46 seconds, taking into account you don't get to launch for 12 of them, unfortunately. We've got Tensor with the disc. Phenom takes it, passes it over to Tunnel. This has kind of been their go-to play. Jax boys almost stuffed the disc. Gilligan's able to pick it up, goes in for the clear. Just off the ding ring, unfortunately. Let's see who's able to pick that disc up. It is Gilligan and the stack from the Jax boys. They go for a shot, and unfortunately Matthew's there to grab it. They clear it out, but the Jax boys are there. They headbutt it in their stack. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Tensor has the disc at clock. It gets stuffed by the Alchemy. The Alchemy clears the disc out towards the middle of the arena and down into Tensor's area, but they overshoot the disc, go for the 3, and they're able to make 2 points at the last second.
Wow.
Oh man, if only they could have done that sooner. That is another win for Tensor for this set. This one was incredibly close there. Congratulations, Tensor. You have officially beat the Jax boys for 2 sets. I would love to see these teams play again because that was super fun to watch. Yeah. Just taking a...
That final minute, Queen, was insane. That shot from Gilligan... all the way got past, like right around the start, just under shield there, and then hit off the post. They would have given like 30 seconds, and they would have been only down 1.
Yep.
But just misses.
Just missed, unfortunately. And you know, Gil is sick, so I'm sure there's a little bit of a toll on his body, in terms of playing something so taxing, for, in terms of just physical exertion. But yeah, it was super, super, super close. We've got some players leaving the arena, but looking at the stats, there was a favor in the possession time for Tensor in terms of this set, which is not shocking, seeing as Tensor did take the W. Yeah, stats are resetting for players as they're leaving. We can go ahead and wrap up this stream. Thank you so much, you guys, for tuning in to Wireless Cast. I do want to let you know that VRGL is canceled tonight. So if you were hoping to watch the Girls League play in a set, you will not be able to. We will resume next week. You can tune in again next week for another 2 sets from the Jax boys playing another new team. And tune in Monday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to see 2CQ be interviewed by Palador. Thank you so much, you guys, and I hope you have a great night. Oh, Matt Miko, thank you for being so fabulous and joining me on this cast and being awesome.
Thank you for having me.
It's
No
my
problem
pleasure. All right, and at this point, this is Queen Cap or Mommy Queen and Matt Miko signing out. Great game, and thank you for tuning in.
Quick,